Create Your Own Life, episode 97.
You're listening to the Create Your Own Life podcast, the show to help you create life on your terms. 5 days a week, Jeremy Ryan Slate interviews the most successful people in business and in life to help you create the life you want to create. Welcome to Life Creation Nation.
This episode is sponsored by iBoom Media. Justin Matthew and the guys over at iBoom totally rock. They have done so much for my social media following, taking my Instagram from 1,000 to now over 6,000, my Twitter from 400 to over 3,000. And the difference is these aren't just followers. These are people that interact, and they help you to create a bigger sphere of influence, which if you're in the internet world is what you're looking to create. Check them out over at www.iboommedia.com. Hey, what's up, Life Creation Nation? Jeremy Ryan Slate here, and welcome back to the show. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. It's been an awesome few weeks for the show, and I'm really excited for everything we got going on. Episode 100 has been a little bit of a topic in the last few weeks as we've been closing in on it, and I've been throwing around a few names of who I've been trying to get on that episode, but I'm very excited to announce that episode 100 coming out this week is going to be with Patrick Bet-David. Really excited to have him on the show, so it's going to be awesome this week. But today, we're going to be talking about creating celebrity for yourself with Dennis Langlais. It's funny because I followed Dennis a little bit for a while with the 5 Minute Bark podcast, and we've actually been connected on Facebook for some various podcasting groups and things like that. But I was never really paying that much attention to what Dennis was doing until I saw him on Grant Cardone's Ask the Pro, and I was like, damn, I really need to be paying attention to what Dennis is doing. And I actually apologized to him for not really giving him the attention he deserved, because this dude is a total superstar, helping others to create celebrity. He, by his background, was a professional BMX rider. He was one of the originals, back in the day that actually helped break in the sport. So he's always been a celebrity, but he's figured out how to take that and apply it to different areas of life. And I'm really excited to not only bring you Dennis's story today, but also how to create celebrity in your life. So a couple things before we get into the show. If you want to join the private Facebook group, it's over at jeremyryanslate.com/CYOL. Or if you want to help me out with a survey, that's over at jeremyryanslate.com/survey. But without further ado, let's find out how to create celebrity with today's guest, Dennis Langlais. So Dennis Langlais, welcome to the Create Your Own Life podcast.
Hey, thank you, man. This is great.
I'm
so excited.
Yeah, I am really excited to have you on, Dennis, especially with you have a very interesting journey you've been through, and it kind of starts out with you being one of the forerunners in BMX and the X Games, and to being a software engineer, to currently podcasting and a host of other things. But let's kind of go back to the beginning, man. What was it like kind of being one of those, I guess, forerunners in the BMX community?
Man, it was so awesome. I started out wanting to be a baseball player of all things, and I was at baseball practice. And this gentleman was on a bike, just kind of messing around doing these little tricks.
So
awesome. We all have jump bikes like that were fun. We were kids, but I saw this guy, and it was just so intriguing. And I just kind of became friends with him. Before you know it, I was like doing the tricks and just kind of getting lean toward that way. So started doing that, and quickly started doing shows. And that just turned into something really intense. And I had to make a decision, either sports or BMX bike riding. From there, I got sponsored by a couple of local sponsors, some bike shops, stuff like that, and it just started taking off. Before you know, I'm getting magazines, and then boom, it got big time. I got Pepsi Cola, Mountain Dew, Converse, Vans. All these companies started sponsoring and started competing worldwide. And I got the opportunity to spend a lot of time in Europe, South America. Practically hit every state in the United States, riding his bike and doing great things. And I learned a lot about competition and hard work. is one of the main takeaways from it is, obviously if you want to be a professional athlete, it's a 10-hour day, 12-hour day, 18-hour day, whatever you want to call it. You can put them in. But you got to put the hours in, and you got to stay on top. And probably the best thing I've taken away from it is this: I've learned this new level of existence.
Sure.
When you're in competition, you have a new level of energy, a new level of focus, and I learned that, and that's something I really love to tap into once in a while. Obviously, you can't tap into it on an everyday basis, but it's something that really kind of, when you have to elevate things to a new level, I got that gift from that sport. So from there, I went on to start my own company called Professional Wheels, which is a motivational speaking show at schools and fairs and things like that. We did over 10,000 shows nationwide, so that's pretty exciting. With that, I just got the ability to speak to thousands and thousands of people. Me personally, doing over 3,000 appearances, and so I had a lot of fun with it. It was really great to capture audiences, talk to them, and just get in their heads and try to motivate them. Kind of give them something to munch on if they leave. So it was really fun doing that. And then from there, I ended up selling that company and starting a website company. And the website company was great, but it wasn't what I wanted to be doing. And I went and I saw John Lee Dumas speak one day. I was actually about to leave this convention. This guy goes, no, you got to stay for this one more guy. And I saw John Lee speak, and he talked about podcasting. And I said, I can do that. This is great. I love this. So the rest is history. So.
Sure, and how did the 5-minute bark thing come out of that? Because I love what you're doing because it's short, but it really gets to the point.
Well, the 5-minute bark came. I actually had a podcast called Made in America. I just took it down actually off iTunes. But Made in America was going to be a journey because when I went from selling my company to having money to starting a new company, I kind of went through all my money. So I had to start all over again. And I was like, you know what? Tony Robbins, everybody has a story that they talk about. I want to podcast my story. So over time, I started podcasting that story. And it was called Made America. So I would get different people to mentor me week after week, and we'd talk about my journey and getting bigger and better and blah blah blah. But I had two podcasts going at the time, and at the time I was doing the 5-minute bark. It was like I think May I started that. And I realized I was going to do inspirational speaking like for 5 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week, but it was very taxing doing both. So I had to make a decision which one do I want to go forward with, and I started doing the 5-minute bark. So now the 5-minute bark actually isn't 5 minutes long anymore. Most of them aren't, because I started taking on guests. As you know, as a podcaster, I wanted to grow my audience, and the best way without a big budget was to bring on guests, powerful guests, and speak with them. So my first guest was actually. To this day was a very popular guest is Steve Weatherford from the New York Giants.
I just interviewed Steve last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So he's a hot ticket. And he's my very first interview. And from there we just kind of took off and just kept on growing. I love it. I just absolutely. I'm sure you can share the same feelings. There's nothing better than doing interviews. It's really great.
Yeah, and you're over 100 episodes now, but what's been your biggest takeaway from that, Dennis? What have you, learned from the experience and your guests?
Jeremy, the biggest takeaway, I think there's two that go hand in hand. The biggest takeaway that I learned that is really going to catapult me for the rest of my life is the art of listening to somebody. I can see you're intensely listening to me, so you can have something to talk about next. You have to listen to people, and in this day and age, everybody's running around like a zombie. Nobody's listening to each other. Nobody's actually having a decent conversation. Very few people. I shouldn't say everybody, but very few people are actually sitting there and taking the time to articulate a conveation, and then a connection comes from that, right? So now I have 120, now almost 130 episodes that I've recorded, and each and every one of these people I've connected with on another level. So when I need to reach out to them, I get responses. I reached out to them, I talked to them, and share with them. We've got a different communication level together now. So it's not only that, it's recorded on video and audio. So it's a very powerful tool to be able to actually listen. It's so simple. But to listen on a new level, right? You probably notice when you go to talk to people now on the day-to-day stream, like people go, wow, you're a good listener. Wow, you ask great questions. So that, and then number two would be on the equal is the ability to learn. Essentially, I've got a free ticket to learn anything I want. At this point, both you and I are established. We can almost ask any guest, and they won't say no to come on our show. So if I want to learn how about Facebook marketing, or I want to learn about peak level performance or something, I can ask that guest. They'll come on, and I can just ask them any question I want, and they'll answer it.
Absolutely. And I love your first point there, Dennis, because you've probably noticed this as much as I have, but I'm a little bit of a podcast junkie, so I listen to a lot of other shows, and the thing that really bothers me is hosts that cut people off and they don't let them tell their story, and really, because you don't know where it's going to go, and that's why I try as much as I can to even just mute myself when people are talking.
Yeah, that's true. You're right on. You're right on that. That's a tricky one because you get those ones that go on forever, and you just cannot stop them from talking. And you get this great idea in your brain. You're like, I got this question I got to ask you, and you don't want to cut them off either. Right. So it's like kind of a catch-22 there, because obviously that makes radio to have that right question answered on your podcast, right? So hopefully you're ready for the next question. So I've always tried to use maybe like a point. Hey, it's my turn.
Yeah,
they don't see it. So, but yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to kind of brush on, the way that we had connected is you were working on something with Blab not too long ago, and it was every time, the way I actually added you on Facebook was every person I knew, you tended to be tagging them, and I'm working on a Blab, I'm working on a Blab, I'm working on a Blab, and then, that eventually you were able to hook up with Grant Cardone. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
Okay, so this is a really good story, and hopefully listeners, you'll get something out of this. You can take it away and learn something here today that's very valuable. It all starts with the word branding. Okay. Being a human being out there, you're trying to attract obviously money. You're trying to attract people. You're also trying to attract resources. And I was holding a Blab. I was doing it's called Blab Fridays, and I put it on hold actually for now because I've been so busy. But every other Friday I would have guests from my podcast come on my Blab. So I was setting up my Blab, and this year I made a commitment to myself in 2016. I'm going to be on other people's shows. So one night I was on Blab, and I was just kind of browsing around, and I ran into Grant Cardone's wife talking on another Blab. This is cool. Wow. And they talked about Grant Cardone. I didn't even know who he was. So I went on there, and they said, oh yeah, this guy Grant Cardone, he's amazing. So I looked him up, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to get on his show. So I reached out, I messaged him, I tweeted him, I emailed him, I did everything I could. No response for like a couple months. So going back to my Blab, I was setting up my Blab, and sometimes Blab has some errors. So I want to make sure that when I have 20 or 30 guests on my Blab, they're all coming in on the hour. So 3 people come on every hour. 3 people. So that I want them to all be checked in. So we're not going to be sitting there waiting for the people to come into the room when the next guests leave and come and go, because it creates a pause, and I don't like that. So I made sure everybody's checked in, but when I clicked Blab and it opened up, there was Blab had this thing where they were starting out with a popular Blab in front, and sticking in your face, and there was Grant Cardone. I'm like, oh wow! So there was an extra seat there. So I'm like, oh man, I got to get in that seat and talk to these guys. So I started commenting in the chat, trying to move the conversation they were talking about, and then they started taking on guests, and luckily they were not really exciting. Grant needs that energy. He needs something to really kind of talk about. And then took 2 or 3 people in, and then boom, I shot myself on the screen. So I got it recorded. I was so shocked. I was like, it's like starstruck kind of thing. Like you're trying to get somewhere, and all of a sudden, boom, oh my God, I'm live. So I had to kind of gather myself. And he goes, "This cat's cool, man. Look at this. He's professional. He's got this background. He's got the microphone, headphones. This cat's cool. So he started talking to me, and I said, I promote this kind of thing. I'm running a course called Manufacturing Celebrity Status. How to create a status that's popular, and you don't have to be an athlete to do this. You just can create this. So he's like, oh, that's awesome. I should have you on my show. And I'm like, wow, this is great. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my team contact you, blah blah blah. So I reached out to them, gave my information. They contacted me and said, well, you want to do it with Skype, or you want to fly into Miami? I said, well, I gotta take advantage of this. So I flew out to Miami on my own ticket, and went out there, and the story continues from there. But that's how I got on the show. He just was liking what my blab. I call this blab bag actually. He was liking my branding. And before me opening my mouth, I was already basically granted an opportunity.
Absolutely. You were then on his Ask the Pro show. That's correct.
Yes. So it's Ask the Pro, and we talked about my course, manufacturing celebrity status. So, and one of the parts is branding and making yourself look professional. Obviously, you have a professional microphone. You got the whole cat look there going too. So it's very important to have that to create that step. I cannot tell you how much credibility I've gotten just by this right here. Right. And I don't think I know anybody else has done this so far that I've run across. So. For $300, I look like a movie star.
Absolutely. Right? And I think our audience can take a lot away from that because, doing things, number one, as a professional is super important. But I want to kind of get into, this idea of why would someone want to be a celebrity in their space and, how would they get to be one? Because I think a lot of us just think it's something we can't achieve. But I think especially with social media and a lot of these other options out there, it's really something that's doable.
Right. Why do you want to become a celebrity in your space? Well, it's 2016, everybody. Everybody's out there trying to make a living. Inflation's coming at a rapid rate. You want to make a lot of money. You want to have a retirement. And celebrity can actually create a retirement for you that's something you're probably not even thinking about right now.
Sure.
Let's reach back to the why do I want to play? If I say movie star, what do you think of? Rich, opportunity,
Leo.
money. What's that again?
Leo.
Yeah. So you get opportunity that comes to you. So when you're in a position of celebrity, and it could be in any space. It doesn't have to be a movie star. It doesn't have to be a baseball player or a podcaster for that matter. You can create celebrity in any space, locally or globally. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get opportunities if you're out there and you're giving opinion and you're learning opinion. You're giving it. People are going to come to you to tell you advice. They're going to help you. They're going to share their ideas with you. They're going to share their opportunities. They're going to share their money-making techniques. They're going to share stock tips. They're going to share everything. They're going to want you on their TV show. This appearance right here came from celebrity status. You said it yourself. You saw me somewhere else. And you said, I got to have this cat on my show. So, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I'm just saying this is what I manufactured. I created this. I wasn't some amazing podcaster.
Right. It told me to pay attention. Dennis is doing things. Take a look.
Right. I mumble a lot. Repeat myself. I'm nothing special at all. And I'll be the first to admit it. I'm here. I'm just being real, which is another portion of my course. It's a module. There's 13 modules. One of them is being authentic, being yourself, and that's important because that's what people are going to buy into. If you look at Hollywood right now, it's not the fancy, good-looking people anymore. It's the awkward people that are getting all the attention. So the celebrity status thing is something that's very important. It's a way to attract more, right? Whether it's more money, more opportunity, more attention. If you want the attention, anybody can do it. The geekiest, dorkiest people end up on YouTube and they become, YouTube wonders overnight for doing a funky dance. So it doesn't matter what you do and how you do it. That's up to you. That's how you create your avatar to do that. But long term, let's say you are a real estate agent and you become a celebrity locally or nationally or statewide or whatever. You can start now retiring from doing it. You can now start going to speeches on it. You can start writing courses on it. You can start writing books. You can do stuff beyond your actual trade thereafter because of your identity. Okay.
Right.
For example, we admire John Lee Dumas. I mean, he just creates courses. He does speaking and gets $20,000 a speech probably. And that has nothing to do with podcasting anymore, right? So. Michael Jordan, he's far gone done from basketball. He's probably put on 10, 15, 20 pounds. He is out there. He does speeches. He plays in tournaments. He gets paid to do appearances, and it has nothing to do with basketball. So it lives beyond your career. So there's a lot of value in it.
Yeah, and other than the benefits of it, how would kind of this new entrepreneur that may not even know everything about their space yet? How do they go about even just starting to do this?
Well, they buy my course. That's the number one part, right? No, basically, yeah. There's a process. There's obviously just like anything else out there that you're doing. There's a process to doing it. So obviously, you have to start determining who you are. Let's take examples right now. 3 examples. Mark Zuckerberg. He's got his certain identity. Blue shirt. He has a certain demeanor. He doesn't have a fancy office. He works among the people. Donald Trump. Okay, politically here. He is always in a red suit with a red tie. He has his hairdo now that's famous. Everybody's doing. You've got Steve Jobs. Jeans. Turtleneck black shirt. Your identity. So you don't have to have a clothing thing, but certain things you always promote, talk about, certain things your celebrities or movements are about as a person. Then from there you would then go on to working on your own personal authenticity. Okay. Sure. Being real is so important. You can't just go try and be somebody else. You and I, we hear it all the time. We can't be John Lee Dumas. We can't do a 7-day-a-week podcast for entrepreneurs. It's just not what we are. We are what we're doing now. I do the 5-minute bark. You do your show. It's determining that. And you probably noticed maybe I even at least tried to somewhat model what he was doing a little bit in the beginning, but that's not for me, and you probably feel the same way. You're like, okay, we joined this course, and we have our own thing we're going to do. So be authentic is a very important. Another one is aligning yourself with the right people. Okay, you've got to align yourself with the right people in order to make these connections. Okay. Dennis and Jeremy align themselves with each other. After this podcast, we'll probably spend 15, 20, 2 hours talking. Who knows? Who knows how we're going to start talking after this? Hey, I know Grant. Yeah. Jeremy, I got his personal email. Maybe I can get you on the show. Let's see. We'll put a call in or something like that. Or hey, John Lee Dumas lives 15 miles away. I'm gonna go meet him later on. Hey, I know you need a new microphone. Let me talk to him about you have to get your discount. Aligning yourself with the right people.
Right.
A perfect example is I just went to ClickFunnels funnel hacking event here in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my backyard here. I have a good friend that I mentored as a professional freestyle bike rider that just found me recently after 25 years on Twitter. We become great friends because we already were great friends. Turns out he's in the motivational speaking as well. Okay. So now 25 years ago, I established a relationship. 25 years later, we're reconnecting. We're in the same space. He knows Russell Brunson personally.
Wow.
Russell gets me a free ticket, a $1,600 ticket to the event. I take advantage of that, and I go there and I watch all the speakers. Alex Scheffrin, Sean Stevenson, Liz Benny, all these different people. And what do I do? I go and I make sure I meet Russell. I say, Russell, thank you for this ticket, because you know who I am. Hey, Russell, do you mind if I take a picture with you? So Alex, do you mind if I take a picture with you? So now I've had Alex on my show once. He demanded he comes back again. He's coming on tomorrow.
Wow.
I got Sean Stevenson coming on the 24th. Okay. Liz Benny, I haven't really had a chance to contact her yet, but I'm sure she would come on if Sean Stevenson was on and Alex Scheffrin was on. So you see what I'm saying here? Aligning yourself with the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Beal opened the door to this, and this. Tom's obviously got some stature, so they validates me this way. I even meet sub-friends that know sub-friends. So I met this person here in San Diego, and they know Tom. I'm like, oh my God, that just instantly validates you. So it's aligning yourself with the right people. But starting off, you're not going to have this global reach. So you want to work on locally. You want to be focusing on your local. And one of the things I always do is any restaurant I go to, any spa or gym I go to, I make sure I know these people personally. My bank. Okay. I don't say this on the mic, but when times were tough, I had to get checks cashed and I had to get money. I knew the bank. They couldn't say no to me. Dennis, we can't do this. They've known me. They know me for years. I know them personally. I've gone out for drinks with them or whatever. So they know me personally. So I get things done. I go to restaurants on a date or a business meeting. I walk in and it's an hour and a half wait. Dennis. One second. Let me do something. How you doing? How's it going? How's your car doing? How's Cody? One second. All right, come on over here. Go over here. Down there. He's got a nice booth. Hey, the first round of drinks is on me. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So if I'm a client, how does that look? Well, this guy's not a schmuck. He's the real deal. This guy, the manager of this restaurant, is pushing him in front of everybody, and then giving us a free round of drinks. Who is this guy? And that's something anybody out there can do. All you have to do is say hello. Nice to meet you. How are your children? How's your wife? How's your dog? Talk to them a few times. Pay attention to them. Ask them good questions. Be known locally. It's very simple. It brings you results that are amazing. Closing deals and so on and so forth. So now if you're sitting at that desk, all the waiters come up and, hey, how you doing? The waitress says, hey, how you doing? You're doing your deal with the guy. You're trying to negotiate. And it's like a chill.
Right.
It's like a show. You didn't do anything. They're doing it. So next thing would be to become a speaker. Okay, something that's very important out there. Because if you're going to become famous, you need to be able to speak to people. Everybody seems to be having this big fear of speaking. It is an amazing tool. In my course, I go through it in detail on how to become a speaker, and it's not hard.
Right.
Just mumble if you're going to mumble. If you're going to screw up, just say, I just screwed up. No big deal. Just do it. And people laugh at it, and they appreciate it because they appreciate people being real. Sometimes if you see a perfect speaker, you're intimidated by them. But if you see somebody screw up, it's like, I screw up too. Right?
Sure.
So I've screwed up about 100 times on your podcast alone. So you're screwing up. So creating events, create some great events out there. That's so important. When you get to that level, you don't even have to do anything at the event. Just create the event, make it professional. Get speakers to come in. You don't have to speak yourself, and they'll be like, "This is a great event, Dennis. Thank you for inviting us to this event. This is awesome. You don't have to tell anybody who you are, what you do, anything. They're gonna ask you. They go, "What do you do? Oh my God! So that kind of stuff. Obviously, utilizing Facebook. I'm going to fast forward through these, but Module 9, Facebook, Twitter, all that. Utilizing the right way. You're posting. I saw you posting things on Facebook. Record great events. Oh my God, I'm on with Dennis Langlais here. Oh my God, I'm on with Jeremy. Just put stuff out there. Like, I don't know if you saw my post today. I took all my 100 of my guests and I created this collage. My guests are just loving it and liking it. Oh my God, this is so cool. And they get to see all these guests. So put good posts out there on your social media.
I actually saw that because Robert Sislow had shared it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So just doing things like that really helps. Just original good content on social media really helps. Probably the biggest proponent though is your business card. And I mean by a book. If you write a book, if you take the time to write a book, and somebody hands you a physical book, right? You cannot discount them. You have to look at them in a different way. Even though you and I know it's not rocket science to write a book these days. You can write a 50-page book, 100-page book, 300-page book. The bottom line is they went and they did it. And we know it takes a lot of work. So writing a book is single-handedly the number one way to become an expert instantly. So most people won't read it. So what? It gets you on the catapult to your next book.
Sure.
So and then podcasting. You and I know how powerful podcasting. I mean, you had Steven Weatherford on your show, and you had Robert Sislow on your show. How great is that?
It's probably, and it's funny to talk about this. I find myself talking about it more and more. It is the most valuable networking I have ever done because you really get to be friendly with a lot of these people you think are unreachable.
Yep. And our relationship after this is going to go on. I'm going to share your post. You're going to share my post. You're going to have maybe a friend that might want to use my chorus or vice versa. It continues after this microphone turns off. Unless, of course, the people are just so busy trying to promote themselves. All they wanted from you is they just wanted to promote and they just want to come on your show to promote their book and they're gone. Those people just go away. They're not understanding the whole process. So there's a process. We're talking about a process. If you do all these things in a process, you become quickly what you want to be as a celebrity.
Absolutely. Well, and I just want to touch on, too, the first thing you mentioned about the people that you align yourself with, because I think that's so valuable because, just in my experience to validate what you're saying, I put a lot of attention on a guy from San Francisco CrossFit that's not too far from me, Kelly Starrett. And because I put in all the extra time and asked Kelly, questions that really mattered to him and put a lot of his stuff out there, he's promoted me to his audience, not once, not twice, but 3 times now, and it's been a 50% increase in my show getting out there.
Yep. I made a little in my course. Somewhere in the course, I created this one tree of what one guest did for me. Her name was Katie Stromer. She was a health life coach, amazing person. She then referred me to like 3 or 4 people. I actually trimmed down this because it was so big. But she had referred me to Christina Berkeley. I'm looking at it right now. Sergio Livingston. And these people just off the charts, amazing guests.
Wow.
And so they started sharing me. So they started sharing Jason Goldberg and Jody Greenwald and Jody Greenwald. So it just kept on growing, and then it pushed into all these people just growing on this one guest that I took the time to talk to and took my time to appreciate. Right. So rather than rushing them on my screen and taking them off and leaving, I create a connection with them. So. And now, for anything I do, you'll see her like. You can go out right now and look on Facebook. You'll see Katie Stroman's like, Christina Berkeley's like, Sergio's like, Jason Goldberg's like, on everything. Everything. And they'll share it. They'll talk about it. I call them on the phone. They'll answer. And that's a tough thing to have these days, right? So it's very important to do that. And people just don't understand it. They just want to get their business card in everybody's hands. They want to go to a business event and they want to put 100 cards in 100 people's hands and do that route. Well, I'd rather go there and talk to one or two people and become close with them and connect with them because that's what's going to make you famous. That's going to create that authority figure. You ever walk into a room? Listeners, I want you to maybe do this after you leave this podcast. If you ever walk in a room, whether it's at your office or out at an event, you see one person particularly speaking, and there's always 3 or 4 people around them. And you're like, wow, he must have something really important to say. You don't see that guy run around the room handing out business cards. In fact, he or she will not even give their business card out unless they're begged for it. You know, so people are attracting them around them, and he or she is in the mixed up or already is a celebrity. They're creating a celebrity status. They're creating a presence that everybody wants. Okay, and that's the foundation of it right there. Is creating your presence that people want to be around. Somebody they can trust. They can know. They can like. They can appreciate. It's going to appreciate them. Because in the end, I think everybody in this world is looking to make billions of dollars. In the end, to get attention, to get loved, to get shared, to get appreciated, right? And the hardest thing for these people that are very wealthy is to get that, because everybody wants to be in their presence. They want to do a deal with them. They don't want to get to know that person personally. They want to be around their connection. So they're leaving the most important part out is to be cared about.
Absolutely. So, well, you've talked about you've talked about they're doing right or should be doing. They're doing right or should be doing to be a celebrity. But where do you see a lot of people screwing up, Dennis? What are the big blunders they're making that may actually be taking them further away from that goal?
So we just talked about one of them. Is going to a networking meeting and trying to run around and meet everybody. That's just the wrong way to go about it. It can work. It can work, but they're not understanding the fact of creating little relationships. Very important. Everybody goes, Dennis, how do you know so many people? How do you know so many people? I hear it all the time from my friends. It's like, if I go somewhere and I don't know, if I go somewhere and I don't know somebody, what's going on? So that says something right there. If you know a lot of people, that means you didn't screw them over in a deal. You gave them respect. You maybe did a really successful deal with them. You helped them in sort of way. They want to talk to you. I went to this event not too long ago, and it was amazing. One after another was coming up and talking to me and wanting to take pictures with me, and I felt like a celebrity. I'm just a regular person. I want people to get that straight. I'm not this fancy schmancy person. I'm just a regular person. But I took the time over a period of time to get to know one at a time these people, and then they refer you to other people, and they refer you to other people, and it's as simple as that. And then that grows over time, very quickly. So another mistake people would do is overdo it. Get cocky with it sometimes. Overplay it. Take advantage of it. Taking advantage of it. Using it to be too aggressive. You got to kind of monitor it, because you can get a big head quickly when you start getting a lot of people around you. You'll see that in many ways, obviously, in sports. If they don't have to work for it, then they don't appreciate it. Some athletes that are very respectful of that. I'm going to say, I'm not trying to pick favorites here, but like say Tom Brady, he's very conservative about what it is. But then you take the cocky ones like I don't even know. I'm not. But you see football players that get out of control with it.
Keyshawn Johnson many years ago. Many years ago.
Yeah, there you go. They just get a little out of control with it. You love it or you hate it. But in the long term, the benefit's going to be there for you.
Absolutely. Well, we're about to come in for a landing here, Dennis. Before we do rapid fire, are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Let's see if I can do this.
Dennis, you're selected to give.
Dennis, you're selected to give a commencement speech. What do you cover and why?
Commencement speech. Commencement speech. Well, I would cover authenticity. I think this world needs it more than any before. And why? Because people need it. They really do need it nowadays.
Absolutely. Do you have a quote that's led you in your success?
Do you have a quote that's led you in your success?
A quote that's led me in my success. Never give up. Never give up because we're all on these journeys. As entrepreneurs. I can't really say for the corporate world because I'm not in that, but I guess in that it would definitely account. But to start a new business, I started new businesses, and I thought I could just take what I did in my last business and bring it to the next, and that just doesn't apply. Each journey is a completely new journey, and you have to have this. I actually call it a supernatural faith. Okay, because you can't just have faith in something. You have to be supernatural about it because the trials, the errors, the challenges will come over and over again, and you have to have that faith, and somehow you get through them. And there's always that give up card right in front of you, and you have to really kind of look beyond it.
Absolutely, I love that, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely, I love that, man. That's awesome.
What's one book that you've read?
What's one book that you've read that's had a big effect in your life?
Oh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. This is a great book. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. I'll read that thing anytime I can. It's just so fundamentally basic. I'm not really a good reader, and I don't read that many books. I do a lot of audiobooks, but that's certainly the best book.
Well, Dennis, people have very different definitions of success, but what does success mean for you?
Success for me is accomplishing the things that I want. Like I love to be a great golfer. And I put a lot of time into that. So I've accomplished that. I'm big on accomplishing very singular things, not many things. I have a lot of friends that go skiing, they go soccer, they do this. I like to conquer one thing at a time. Podcasting. I'm giving this my all. Okay, so success in that, and then at the same time is appreciating the journey, right? Because 99.9% of the time when you are successful at something, right? You get to the level you want to be. You made your business plan. You made your goal sheet. You got there. I want to make $5,000 in a week. And you get there and you realize, a year later you go, oh my God, I already got there. I'm already at $10,000. So you never get to appreciate what happened. So there's something to be said for that. So you're going to set goals, and you're going to surpass them pretty quickly. You're not going to really appreciate them. So try to appreciate everything that's going on in your life and what you do, because that's the only certificate you have. Because when you set goals, you're going to be already past them before you realize it.
Absolutely. Well, Dennis, my brother, thank you so much for being on today. If people want to pick up your course, if they want to check out the 5-minute bark, where are we going to do that, man?
You can go to codydog.com. CODIEDOG.com. I'm going to tell you guys, it is a great course, and it's obviously got the guarantee on it over and beyond that. So if you don't like it, you get your money back. But it's a great course. But like you and I share, my course. I don't know if you have a course. I haven't really checked out what you're going. We'll probably talk about what you got going on after this. But I have the ability to talk to 120 guests. So if anybody in my mastermind within my course has questions, I'm able to reach out to people like Jeremy, people like Steven Weatherford, people like Alex Scheffrin, to help me get answers, so that they can grow while doing this course. So it's one of the things I'm really excited about within this whole project that I've got going on. But you can reach out to me on Facebook as well, Dennis Langlais, DENNIS LANGLAIS, pretty simple.
Awesome. Well, Dennis Langlais, thank you so much for being on the Create Your Own Life podcast today.
Thank you.
We hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with Dennis Langlais today. Be sure to check him out over at codydog.com. And also check out his course, because as you guys can see, it's so valuable to create celebrity for yourself, because it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to bring in leads. So whether you're doing it with his course, which I totally recommend you check out, or you figure out your own way to do it, I totally recommend that you figure out how to make yourself a celebrity in your space, because it's going to be one of the most valuable things that you ever do. Rock on, everybody. Have a great day.
Now go out there and create your own life. Motivation may be great, but action is better. Get it done, my friends.
You're watching the 5 Minute Bark Podcast on YouTube. If you like this episode, you just may like many more. Subscribe today by clicking the red subscribe button in the top right-hand corner.